Hey, what's up, guys? I'm actually about to go live over on Twitch, but I wanted to give you guys a little bitty tip in case you were looking to, I don't know, do something interesting in Arc Raiders. Anyway, if you check out the talent tree, right? In my case, I'm going very heavily into the survival tree at the moment because I want to get security breach. I think breaching the security lockers will end up being fantastic for loot in the long run, but we'll do another video when I get there. Anyway, the reason why I wanted to mention this is because the security tree has two very good nodes on it. The first is this one, in-round crafting. It unlocks the ability to field craft items while in raid. Now, this first node is pretty basic. It's stuff like bandages and shield generators, which actually end up being very nice because all you need is one of the like little gray quality arc cores. These dogs right here. One of these bad boys. You need one of them, one of those bad boys, and a handful of rubber parts that you commonly get out of lockers and stuff, like everywhere. And you can make yourself a shield recharger that does four shield cells, right? Just like the ones that you craft off of the crafting bench. But the better one is this one, Traveling Tinkerer, which you can get at 16 points of survival. See, this is a 15-point node, and then the very next node you can get Traveling Tinkerer. Very good. The reason why it's so good is because of how it is done in raid. So if you go to your workshop, for example, the utility station has things that you can make as utility items, zip lines, right? But one of the items that you can make is a Raider hatch key. In order to be able to craft a Raider hatch key, though, you need crafting station level 2, which means that you need damaged heat sinks, 6 snitch scanners, and 5 electrical components. For that, it is 1 advanced electrical component and 3 sensors to make it. But if you notice, right now, I don't have utility station level 2, so I can't make this. But I can in raid. So in raid, all you have to do is hit tab, and once you have that first node, there's this crafting thing right here. There's a little tab on the top. These are all the things that you can make in raid, and once you have the advanced crafting tab, you can make a Raider hatch key. If you notice, it is the same exact cost as what it costs for the bench. So all you need to do in the case of wanting a Raider hatch key for every raid is obviously have the materials, but just bring them into raid with you when you start the next round and craft the hatch key as soon as you spawn. It is probably the most goated talent in the entire game right now. And unless you have gone down the tree, no one knows about it. Fantastic talent. Also, being able to make yourself a fruit mix is pretty dope. Check this out. So yesterday I was playing with a couple of friends. We had this one very specific engagement on Spaceport where we were fighting another 3-man team. One of them was hiding inside of like a little hut, bunker, whatever, while we were on the second floor of a neighboring building. We were firing down onto them while they were firing back up at us. Now, myself personally, I hadn't engaged them for the first minute or so of the fight because I was trying to catch up to the other guys as they were pinned. And one of the other guys on my squad threw a smoke grenade into the doorway that this guy was shooting from. Big smoky cover, right? There's no way to see through the smoke, even if you end up turning your graphic settings down, unless maybe there's a modified config file or an ini file somewhere that somebody's decided to make up to be a jerk. But there was no way to see out of the smoke that this guy was completely covered in. And I had not yet engaged this guy. So I am standing in a window looking down at this guy enveloped in smoke. And through the smoke, a single Pharaoh shot rings out from inside of this smoke, like, enveloped area. And he perfectly headshots me the moment that I peek out. So naturally, because I'm me, I assume, maybe off the cuff, but I'm like, there's no way that was legit. We call a cheater, etc., etc. Anyway, long story short, we end up dying. I say it's sus. We report the guy. The guy ends up being a cheater, and this is the in-game mail that I got from Embark inside of Arc Raiders, returning me all of my gear because the person that we reported was found to be cheating, and this was everything that I was wearing at the time. So I got back my anvil and my Pharaoh 4 and my medium shield, etc., etc., etc. They gave it all back inside of 12 hours. Absolutely goated. Absolutely goated system. And I wish other extraction games, other games in this genre would do this. Absolutely amazing. And hey, if you want more tips like this, maybe give me a follow, maybe give me a sub, and come check me out over on Twitch where I'm live literally every day from 6 a.m. Eastern until whenever.